Welcome back to the podcast. This is season 4, episode 1. I'm joined again by Rob.
Howdy.
And it's been a while since we've been here, so we're going to cover a lot of ground on today's episode. We're going to be looking at software that we're currently using, the sort of stuff from both stills and moving image that we're using for our workflows, the current spate of absolute junk equipment that we've ended up buying, breaking, and returning. There's been a lot of stuff we've bought, or I've bought even over the last 6 months, that's gone completely south and just isn't fit for purpose and shouldn't even be sold, really, in my opinion. Camera setup and new gear because, like I've just mentioned, we bought a lot. And I think we'll go through that, some of what we bought, what was good, why we bought it, the uses for it. The current state of the industry, it has been, when was the last podcast we filmed? Because it wouldn't have been when it came out. It'd have been probably spring.
Yeah, but I say it's Q1, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely I think spring was the last time we actually filmed a podcast. So we're now on November the 16th. So it's been a minute. So we're going to talk about how the industry's changed. It has changed dramatically in that time. What we've been up to and why we've had no podcast since spring, maybe winter, I don't know. The part of my job that AI has taken over, which has become an absolute nightmare and has had huge repercussions. And then we're going to talk about today's sponsor, because one of the reasons we've not done a podcast is because we haven't been able to commit to the schedules that any sponsors have wanted. So we've got lots of sponsors lined up for the podcast, but work's been such that we just can't commit to getting out a podcast each week. So we just did nothing all summer, all spring, all autumn. Are we in winter yet?
I mean, technically, yes.
Yeah, so now we're in winter. So we didn't do anything, but what we're going to do now, I'm going to sponsor the podcast. So I'm going to sponsor it with Studio Access, which is my educational platform, which you can join for free. I don't actually know whether you can abuse this and join it repeatedly for free. I'm sure you can. I'm sure someone's out there doing that. More power to you. But you can join it for free, get a 7-day free trial. And then if you don't like it, you can at least be a member of our secret Facebook group, which is where I share all the secret stuff. This is a small little group. It's like 600-700 of us, I think.
Yeah, thereabouts.
So it's not like the main group where there's thousands. So it's a small group. It's an engaged group. It's an interested group, and it's like-minded people. And we are going to be doing live videos in there soon as well, because I've now worked out how to do that. Mm-hmm. After spending half a day trying to get live streaming in Facebook to work, I just came in the next day, turned it on, and it just happened. So that was a good thing. But what have you been up to, Rob, since?
Well, you've been keeping me busy.
Well, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's just been the business of doing actual work.
There has been a lot of work this year.
Anything kind of fun is going to be happening. I'm starting on a new 6-part comedy series called Breadsticks.
Nice.
Start filming that, I believe, on the 3rd of January.
Oh, that's an early start, isn't it?
It's an early start to the year, yeah.
Still be hungover.
I mean, normally there's very little going on in Q1 for me as a general rule of thumb, because everyone's got like Christmas hangovers and all the rest of it. So it's nice to have some things to actually get stuck into, really. Yeah,
we normally have like the first 10 days of the year off. So sort of from December the 20th until January the 10th is kind of like, I mean, I'm still working, but it's not client facing. It's not, I mean, actually, it would probably be a good time for us to get a load more Studio Access content done.
Yeah.
We're currently working. So I've got a big batch of them still going live, because you helped me film these before we got really busy.
Yeah.
We did days and days of filming and those videos. So for those who don't know, on Studio Access, it's kind of like YouTube, but it's useful information. So rather than the stuff which gets the views, it's stuff which pays the bills. So it's, I don't know, how to manage shadow density for clients, how to shoot 7 different aspect ratios from one frame for a full campaign, how to price your work, how to do treatments, all the stuff that you need to know to be a pro that YouTube just doesn't have. Because
which definitely doesn't fall under the banner of light entertainment like YouTube.
No, it's not fun. It's not fun. Let's put it that way. And it's not for everybody. But yeah, it is niche. We've actually got a legal professional coming on, which I need to talk to you about, actually, because we need to get that booked in over the Christmas period.
Yep.
Where we're going to go through loads and loads of really like arduous things that people need to know about that I'm not legally allowed to advise on, but he is. I bumped into him at the AOP Awards.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Which was a good bump. I bumped into lots of people at the AOP Awards, actually. It was a good night out, and I didn't have a hangover.
I mean, that's a miracle, really.
I think I was home by 1, which is good.
Yeah.
So it was a nice little
And you had a bit of success on the agency front from there as well, didn't you?
Yeah. Jack won the Young Futures, and I felt very smug because I found Jack. I was like, yes, won an award, kind of. I'll ride his coattails. Then he shot the Telegraph cover as well, the same day as the award ceremony. So in the morning he was shooting Piers Morgan, right wing.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Shooting him in the morning, and in the afternoon he was winning an award, which is kind of a bit of a career maker over. If you win the AOP Futures Award, it's kind of a...
Well, it puts you on the radar, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're a dead cert. So I mean, he's been busy. He's been shooting campaigns and bits all summer. So, good for him. But yeah, so you've been busy. We've been busy. The studio's been very busy. Which has just resulted in no content for YouTube.
Yeah, and that's another reason why there has been a podcast. Is I think your sanity was hanging by a thread as it was, without trying to squeeze more of these in.
I mean, I'm currently wearing this chalet here because I am ill. It's not. Is it cold in here?
I don't think so, but then I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah, true. You're never cold, but I am. I've got 4 layers on, and I keep going between hot and cold. I've just finished a course of steroids and antibiotics because apparently my doctor told me if you do a 20-hour shoot abroad one day, fly back to a 16-hour shoot in your studio and then do an overnight edit, you will get ill. Like guaranteed. So apparently that's not a thing anymore. But yeah, we're moving back towards the work-life balance, I suppose. Yeah. I mean, it is Sunday. It's 12:50 p.m. But we're heading back towards work-life balance. I believe... Going forward, we're just doing podcasts as extracurricular activities, and everything else is being sacked off for the foreseeable.
Foreseeable, yeah.
We've moved all commercial edits to a repro house. All color grading's gone to a grading house, and I've just had to sack all that off because you can't work every hour of every day, seemingly. It's not.
Yeah, and have a family and a dog.
And have a family and a dog, and have health. So, yeah, a lot of that going on. But, so... Where do we begin? It's been a while. So we have changed a lot over this year as a YouTube channel, sure, we've changed a bit, but as a photography studio, things have changed a lot. We have been working pretty relentlessly from one campaign to the next. I don't remember there being any downtime.
No, it's been back to back to back.
Yeah, which is not normal. Even for a good year, it's not normal. It's been like an exceptionally good year. Which, with all the naysayers of how AI is going to ruin our lives, we're not feeling it.
No, although it looked like they were right in the first quarter of the year.
It didn't look great in the first quarter.
And then you just had an avalanche ever since.
From March onwards, it's been...
Pretty relentless.
Pretty relentless. We've had to say no to a lot of jobs and to a lot of opportunities as well. There's been a lot of things we wanted to do that we've just had to go. Can't be done. But I believe, touch wood, we're done for the year because I can't see how anyone's going to fit in a campaign before Christmas.
Yeah.
Maybe we get an early January job. Maybe there's a last minute carnage.
I mean, considering Christmas is literally now 6 weeks away.
Yeah. So really we've got 4 working weeks. So we'd need the deck to land tomorrow to get another job in this year. So I'm kind of done. We're kind of done focusing on studio access for the rest of the year, getting the podcast back up and running. We've had yourself in quite a lot. We've had Evie in a lot. Paul's been in frequently. Yeah. When he's not been in here, he's been staying in hotels with me in London for various jobs. And it's been a really good year. But it has meant we have let slip the socials.
Yeah, I mean, because again, you can't do everything.
No, we did try. It didn't end well. So where do we begin? Let's start... Let's start with the software things, because the reason I want to bring this in here is because we keep getting asked all the time about software in the comment section. I've been going through the comment section recently, just seeing what people are asking, all the rest of it. There are so many bits of editing software out there. And I was actually, DxO reached out to me because they wanted me to do some work with them, and I had to say no. And the reason I had to say no is nothing to do with DxO being good or bad. I have no idea. I do not have the time to learn how their software works. I'd have to charge them such a fee, they would never see a return on that investment. Have you ever used the DxO software?
Personally, no.
So I was like, look, really sorry, can't do it. I'm sure it's great. I hear people in the comments all the time saying how great it is. But the thing is, it's not industry standard.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's pointless me learning it, because I'll learn it just to never use it. Because we can only use industry standard stuff because it is industry standard. It doesn't matter if it's better, it's not industry standard. And every day I walk into a studio. I mean, recently, Paul's been learning how to digi, so Paul's been digiteching for me, so we could use any software we wanted, but he's not digiteched every job for me. He's not DIT'd every job for me. Just 75%, I reckon. So I have to use industry standard stuff. We have to use Capture One for tethering and color grading. And we have to use Photoshop for editing because the client always wants a PSB file. PSB being the big ones that we now have to use, because on a medium format camera, if you create one layer, it's a PSB.
Pretty much, yeah. You exceed your 4 gig limit.
Yeah, so that's great. Video, we use DaVinci Resolve. Is that industry standard?
Pretty much, it's getting there now. I mean, the Premiere Pro was the most popular. Then I think people just got sick to death of it crashing all the time.
Yeah.
And in terms of performance-wise, DaVinci Resolve evolved much faster as an LLE than Premiere Pro did as a grading suite.
Yeah.
I mean, every so often, once in a blue moon, I have to backtrack and go onto Premiere Pro to re-edit an old project where that had kind of set up formulaically. And it just feels so antiquated now. It's just like, oh dear, this is what it's like in the bad old days. And the biggest issue, of course, is stability. Now, when you're working on a deadline, you can't have something that crashes all the time.
Oh, well, we've been on that issue with Photoshop, haven't we? Just like...
Photoshop has its moments.
It is rubbish, basically. And it's really inefficient at using the computer specs available to it. So it'll be like grinding to a halt using 1% of the entire capabilities of the machine because it just can't access it because of the way it's built.
Yeah, this year's updates in Photoshop have not been great in terms of speed and workflow and efficiency.
I mean, we used Evoto?
Yeah.
AI, just to quickly, it was some editorial stuff we did because I did an editorial job because my ego got the better of me. And I thought, oh, nice double page spread, I'll take that. Whereas what I should have done is gone, I'm really, really busy. Editorial pays peanuts. Maybe don't say yes to that one. I think I've lost about 500, maybe £600 on that job, which is great. So I've paid to do something.
Pay to play.
Pay to play. But, you know, such is life. That's the way. I mean, the image looks great. It'll be a portfolio keeper forever. But
I suppose that's what you paid for, in effect.
Yeah, it's basically a subsidized test shoot. But for me, Photoshop, using it all the time at the moment, it's just crashing nonstop. And it's just, that was a heavy edit, wasn't it? That particular image. It was
I mean, the irony. I mean, I was talking to you about it, and I said, "Oh, I better save this before something horrible happens." And that's it. It just sat there spinning up. And I had to restart anyway. I'm like, God damn it!
But it doesn't matter how rubbish it is. Industry standard.
Yeah.
And that's the unfortunate. Like this Evoto AI we use it to clean up the backgrounds really quickly because it's editorial. There's no money left. I mean, the money ran out before the shoot finished, so there was no money for the edit anyway. That's just me hemorrhaging cash, but we just had to use that, and it did an okay job.
Yeah.
The good side is it was instant. The bad side is it is not all on different layers, and you can't go back in and adjust it and tweak it. And if I want the background white color to be changed slightly, we've got to go in and mask it anyway.
Yeah.
So great for a quick thing. If I was shooting social media campaigns, if I was shooting for local brands, I'd be using some software like that, I think. But if you want to work commercially, it's Capture One into Photoshop.
Yeah.
And what we've actually stopped doing is grading in Capture One because our clients are so particular that we get halfway down, the grade needs to be changed. And it's better just to have those, what do you call them, those layers you make for me? Camera raw layers?
Adjustment layers.
Adjustment layers in Photoshop, so we can just go in and adjust it without having to start the whole edit again.
Yeah, so you just put a final grade over everything once all the composites and everything else is finished.
So what we tend to do is make a rough grade on the day so the client can see that it looks nice, but export the original ungraded.
Flat, yeah.
Yeah, and then regrade in Camera Raw, which is a shame because Camera Raw is not as good as grading as Capture One is. If I was more of a lifestyle sort of photographer, I'd just use Capture One for grading, but unfortunately our work is very technical in post and requires a lot of post. Days and days of post. I reckon each day shooting is probably 3 days post-production.
It's certainly been that way this year.
Yeah, it's been a lot of composites, a lot of building and stuff like that. So Yeah, I mean, they're kind of the 3 bits of software we all use, aren't they? There's not much.
Yeah, and again, they work.
Yeah.
Photoshop really is and remains to be the last jewel in Adobe's crown.
It's
a crown that is slipping, but I don't see any software really, commercially at least anyway, challenging Photoshop anytime soon.
I mean, we're using Adobe Audition here to record our audio for the podcast, although I've just bought a Blackmagic 6K Pro, and that's got 2 XLR inputs, so that's going to be redundant, so we're just going to go straight into camera, aren't we?
You can do, yeah. I mean, you don't get the 32-bit float.
Do we need it?
This is the advantage. Well, not if you've got your levels right, no.
Yeah, I better get our levels right, haven't we? It's get those goddamn levels right. So yeah, I just thought I'd quickly touch on that, just because people are constantly putting in the comments like, what about this? What about that? Have you tried this software? I'm not trying any software, because if it's not industry standard, it doesn't work within the ecosystem of the industry.
Yeah, you can't send it on to a client who doesn't know how to use it, for example. Like, everybody knows how to use
every
Photoshop
post
in the industry,
uses Photoshop. Every Digitake uses Capture One. Like Lightroom might have better something in it. Doesn't matter. I mean, it's irrelevant.
You've never found it particularly good for tethering, though.
Oh, it's horrific.
And that's the main thing for you. You
apparently,
have to tether.
Apparently, it's better now, but it was awful. Color grading's not as good. Color profiles are nowhere near as good. Raw profiles are not as good. The same raw file in Lightroom is not the same raw file in Capture One.
No, definitely not.
And someone keeps telling me in the comments every time I say this, that's wrong. It's not. Go and look at the video we had with Capture One. We had them on. They explained how and why. But yeah, Capture One is the best raw file interpreter available for stills people. And I think DaVinci Resolve is the best color grading software for moving image people.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, I mean, we use Blackmagic, so it's a no-brainer. It's like using a Phase One and Capture One. It's like, well, of course you'd use that. It's
I mean, to the point where the software knows what sensor you've got in your camera and all the rest of it, and
I mean,
handles it.
It's one of the reasons actually why Hasselblad's not very popular commercially compared to Phase One. Is because you can't use Hasselblad with Capture One. You have to use that own software. And software's great, there's nothing wrong with it. But most Digitakes don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a thing, I suppose. So over this summer, I bought a lot of kit. There's been camera deliveries, lens deliveries, lighting deliveries. We bought more Broncolor kit, we bought more lenses. And, you know, we obviously work a lot and it is very hard on the kit. We travel a lot as well at the moment. Like this studio here is basically used for small jobs and test shoots. Anything beyond that is London. So we've been loading up the Subaru with much danger and planks of wood to stop me getting squished.
Yeah.
And we might need a van. We bought the Think Tank logistic managers, the big ones, because in each of those you can get a Scoro pack and 2 heads and 2 reflectors. Or those sorts of things. So we get a few of those in there, load it all up, ship it all off. Kit gets battered, it gets thrown out by assistants at the other side. Stuff just gets, when it's the end of the day and everyone's shattered from a 12-hour shoot day, it gets slammed.
Yeah, it's, you know, let's just get it done fast rather than be as meticulous as you would have done when you packed it the first time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And also, it's not other people's kit, so why would they care? Like, it's just rental kit as far as everyone else is concerned.
Yeah.
So just smash it in the bags. So we bought a lot of stuff. Now, one of the things is, although we've not been on YouTube, we have been shooting a lot of Studio Access content because that goes on regardless. That is priority number 1 when it comes to video creation in the studio is Studio Access. So the education content has been going out loads. We've been using Rode microphones. I bought a set of Rode Pros and 2 sets of wireless GoPro 2s. All 3 of them had to go back to Rode for faults, various faults. Mostly the power buttons breaking and also beeps happening randomly in the audio, all sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah.
They sent me 3 new sets. All 3 are broken again. All 3. So we're currently rocking today. We've got DJI mics as the backup audio on here. These Rode plug-in ones, these are fine. These are brilliant.
Yeah.
Rode wireless mics are the worst thing I have ever used.
It's very unlike Rode because normally they're quite dependable.
They are. However, I did a bit of a deep dive on Reddit and it's not just me that has the issue. The power buttons on all of them break. And you can't repair them, so it's a replacement job. But the audio just cutting out.
Yeah, that was the
every day.
Yeah, even the internal recording was cutting out.
Yeah, so it's not the wireless issue; it's the actual mics just shit in the bed and cutting out. So I spoke to Rode and they're like, "Oh, we'll send you more again." I was like, "I don't want more; I just want a refund. Like they're rubbish. It's like $1,000's worth of microphones that don't work. They wouldn't give me a refund, so well, they're gone."
Yeah.
So that was great. That was the start of bad kit.
Yeah.
What else have we had that's broken? I mean, we set fire to a couple of very expensive filters last week.
Oh, yes, I remember telling you about that.
Yeah. Paul fell through a massive hazy grid.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
That happened. That broke. That's by the by. Every light stand which isn't a proper C stand, apart from this one here, which is actually quite shanky, broke. So unless it cost over 150 quid, the light stand is broken. Which is great. Tether cables, went through loads of those.
And not cheap ones either.
Not cheap, but 150 quid a pop. Went through 3 of those. That was good. Every bag that isn't Think Tank or Pelly broke over the summer. What else have we broken? A couple of Sigma lenses broke over the summer. Like just the contacts on the back just fell apart, which is great. Manfrotto tripod heads broke. 2 of those. Just broke in transit. It's being battered in transit. It's not like they're suddenly like failed, but like they're not up to pro.
Yeah, just
pro use.
And again, you went through a phase of very heavy use in a very short period of time.
Yeah. It was like going back to the bad old days where we used to shoot all the time. What else have we broken in here? Blackmagic 6K Pro, that broke.
Well, that didn't last very long at all.
It lasted 1 day.
Yeah.
It's being replaced now by MPB. They're pretty good at that. You know, it could have been faulty when the person sold it to them.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, that's a high chance. But that just literally tanked on a shoot. Like 6 hours in, black screen.
Yeah, just like last thing you need.
Yeah, not ideal. So that died. Broke a few soft boxes. They were Godox ones. They just disintegrated. But like just stuff broke. Not only that, I bought 4 hard drives from a reputable store. 4 of them turned up. They all had slightly different labels on them.
Yeah.
So I got in touch with, who makes them?
Toshiba, wasn't it?
No, Seagate. The Toshiba one's a separate thing. Put them all in. All 4 of them were fake. Well, no, 3 were fake and 1 wasn't supposed to be sold in the way that it was sold. I bought 2 Toshiba drives instead. Both of them from Amazon Direct, like from actual Amazon. One of them had marks on it where it had been screwed into a server before, and the other one was fake. I then bought...
And it was loud.
It was obviously fake. But if I'd have only bought 1, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
So because I bought multiples, I then bought 4 SanDisk cards from a camera store. 2 of those were fake.
Yeah.
And it's like, for God's sake, it's just, it shouldn't be this hard to buy a hard drive.
No, or a memory card.
Yeah, and it wasn't like I was going like super cheap, dodgy looking like shops. These reputable shops or Amazon Direct. Not a seller through Amazon, but actual Amazon. Yeah. Just fake. Like,
it's not ideal.
No, it's not ideal. It's so all of that stuff just dying, and then batteries, camera batteries. That's why just the monitors died. Yeah. Sorry, our main monitors died, so it looks like the camera's gone off, but I can see the little red light. We're still rocking and rolling. Camera batteries, loads of those are fake. I bought some chargers to charge Fuji batteries. Yes, they were third party, but they were a known brand. All of them are faulty. So it wasn't that I got 1 dodgy one. I bought 4 of them. They were all faulty.
Yeah, so it's just not...
Just doesn't work. Not fit, much like the Rode microphones, not fit for purpose. Shouldn't be selling stuff that doesn't work. Like, you expect if you buy from certain... Like, we all know a newer battery isn't going to be as good as a Fuji battery. But it should at least work.
Yeah.
As a minimum requirement, it should battery. Like, that should be like a thing.
Should at least turn the camera on and operate for a while.
Exactly. So it's just been like, basically, unless it's premium kit, it's broken. Which is, it's both frustrating and kind of proves my point that if you're going to shoot a lot, you can't use Godox kits, it falls apart. If you're going to shoot a lot, you can't use cheap knockoff batteries because they just don't meet the grade. You got to buy proper battery. Like all these little things, it's like you get what you pay for.
And again, you've been upgrading computers during the course of the year.
I have as well. Yeah, we've upgraded computers too. We got a
studio, Mac Studio,
fully spec'd,
maxed
out, which is good. I can now get a YouTube video rendered in 3 minutes rather than 25.
Yes,
which sounds like a. Here's the thing: it doesn't really matter because it's not going up online straight away anyway. But sometimes when I've made a small mistake in a YouTube video and I've not put the grade on one clip, I can quickly go in, regrade it, render it, and it's fine. Don't have to wait till the next day. It's been great for commercial work because you end up putting noise reduction on there. There's some warp stabilization and all these things. And it might take an hour to render on the old machine.
As opposed to overnight.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a stills photographer, M1 Mac Mini 16 gig of RAM, ample.
Yeah, I mean, the more RAM, the better these days. I mean, you can see how much everything's eating RAM these days.
It is, but I don't. It's what I mean. We used to do these podcasts on a M1 Mac Mini. They still went out.
Yeah,
they'll render quicker today, but I'm still leaving it overnight.
Yeah,
I'm not rendering it during the daytime because I need my computer in use.
It's more client work when you need the ability to deliver quickly.
And we've shot a lot of video this year. I mean, I literally just shot a video. I've shot 3 video-only campaigns, and I've only shot 1 stills-only campaign. Yeah. Everything else has been mixed, but I'm now I'm majority video over stills.
I mean, again, if you look at things, even platforms like Instagram, it's more about moving pictures than stills now.
Yeah, it really is. It's it's moving images is definitely the way forward. And I don't see that it's ever going to change.
No, it's only going to become more of a thing, not less.
Exactly. So go and learn your video stuff. It's important. But yeah, over this year, we've upgraded our kit, computers for sure, which has been great. I bought a new MacBook Pro as well, which is, I should have got the MacBook Pro first before I got the Studio because it just feels slow.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, you get used to a computer of a certain speed and everything else just feels lame after that.
I mean, we still, it's good though, because we can like render stuff out whilst we're shooting video and stuff like that. It's great. We struggled with this M1 13-inch. It was underpowered. Got it done, but it wasn't ideal. It was a bit slow.
Yeah, sluggish.
A bit sluggish. Took a while. No one ever had to like, it didn't cause any issues. I could carry on with this, but I think we made enough money to buy luxury.
Yeah, I think more to the point, when you're told by your accountant you had to buy something.
Well, she didn't say I had to buy something. She said, if you need anything, buy it now because your tax bill is looking substantial. So anything we needed, we bought. And then I bought a few things I wanted, like a new espresso machine for the studio, which was definitely not a requirement.
Yeah, it was definitely a luxury purchase.
It was definitely, as was the Studio, Mac Studio. That was a luxury purchase. As was the new lens I bought. I made a video on this. So I worked out that my previous lens that cost me $200 made me over £1 million gross. I just did different currencies there, but cost me £200, made me over £1 million for a £200 lens. I upgraded that lens.
Yeah, I mean,
there was no need to upgrade it.
The poster boy for return on investment, right?
Oh, there. I know. When people I paid for itself, this bad boy did. This one did. But we bought a new Cambo lens because I was having a few issues with haze. And I was just like, I don't need to suffer this issue. We can just buy a new lens. And it wasn't that, I say it wasn't that expensive. It was £1,800, I think, or £1,500. I can't remember. It wasn't like stupid money. It wasn't like
I mean, that's relatively sensible.
Yeah, compared to like the cost of a Fuji lens. And it's the lens that makes me more money. So that's good. We did also buy a Fuji Zoom, a 45 to whatever it is. I always, every time I tell someone what lens I've bought and I get it wrong, I'm like, I bought a 24 to 105. They're like, that doesn't exist. I'm like, well, you know the one I mean, don't you? The zoomy one. I bought the zoomy one, bought another GFX.
Yeah.
Because the 100 megapixel one was too big for studio access.
Yes.
It just takes, like, we're trying to shoot stuff and
the transfer times are slow.
Yeah. So we had to, big resolution, not good for education.
Yeah, so you bought the only 50 megapixel.
The only 50 megapixel one, which is lightning fast and annoyingly takes a different battery and annoyingly takes a different tether cable.
Yeah.
So that's great. Much like I've got a 6K Blackmagic, we're filming this on here for the main camera. Bought the 6K Pro, takes a different battery.
Yeah.
God damn. It's like, I just want one battery for everything.
Yeah, one to rule them all.
Yeah, when I was on the 5DSR and the 6K, we had just one battery and that was it.
Yeah, the problem is if you were to use that battery in the 6K, by the time you framed your shot, it's empty.
Yeah, that does need a D-tap, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, a camera setup now is the GFX with the 90mm Actar lens on the Cambo MV, which I'm very happy with. I bought the lens myself And then Cambo phoned me up and said, "I want to send you some bits." And they sent me the lens hood and an accessory plate, which is great because that stuff adds up. You do need a lens hood. Lens hoods are key for all shots need a lens hood. Yes, that's nice. And then we've obviously got the 6K. I bought the probe lens again.
Yep.
So I have a thing with the probe lens and the Fuji X100 series cameras. So, the little rangefinder looking ones, which aren't actually rangefinders. It's like a poor man's Leica. Every couple of years, I buy myself an X100 and go, I'm going to use this to take shots out and about. And then it sits on my desk for a few months and I sell it. This is the third time I've bought the probe lens. And since buying it, it's sat down, well, it's over there actually on the desk. It's just sort of looking at me going that I'm a waste of money. You're not going to use me.
Yeah. It's a very niche use.
It's a very niche. I mean, we used it on the reason I bought it was because we had a campaign signed off so last minute we assumed it wasn't going ahead. And it was too late for a rental house to get to me. But Amazon Prime delivery could do same day delivery on a probe lens. I was like, go on then. You've got me. So I bought one of those. I bought more broncolor packs and heads.
Yes.
Got an extra. So we've now got 5 video lights. We started some with 2.
Yeah.
I think so. More aperture 600D. Didn't go for the Pro because do we need the Pro? It's weather sealed.
No, well, yeah, but when was the last time you used one of those outdoors? Never.
Never. Nope. Don't think so.
No, see, so
is it bright enough for outdoor use? The 600D?
No, not really. But it depends. 1200
if it's
really,
dusky.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 1200s are brilliant, but they're so much more money.
Yeah.
I wanted to get 2 1200s.
They're big, they're heavy.
They're big, heavy, and they're a lot of money. Couldn't justify it. So we didn't buy the 1200s. But you bought new kit, haven't you? You've been buying lenses.
I know, I bought not 1, but 2 anamorphic lenses.
What did you go for? What have you got?
I bought the Blazar Remus. I bought the 50mm and the 85mm. They're 1.5x squeeze.
Squeezy.
So they basically takes my 16:9 sensor in the Blackmagic to a 2.66 to 1. So it's quite wide. It's like wider than your normal like sort of widescreen. So it's nice.
That's good.
I've only managed to sort of shoot one little project on them, so I'm just waiting for something to come along because like all things, the joy of an anamorphic is the imperfections of everything.
Yes.
But the lens flares, so nice.
Lens flare. Maybe we should do something. Maybe we should do some cool food stuff with them. I'm sure there's something we could do with them with food.
Oh, definitely. I mean, certainly in the video side of things.
Yeah,
because they just have a certain look to them.
I do need to get some devices to create some movement with my cameras. I think that'll be the next.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I've got most things. That camera never comes off that gimbal. That's permanently on that. I've got a motorized slider. I've got a dolly track, and you kind of buy something, fall in love with it, decide it's a bit too much hassle, and then you don't use it for months or years, and you come back to you and you're like, well, this is great. Why did I stop using this?
Yeah, that's the problem with things that have a lot of hassle, though, isn't it? You put off using it because it is difficult and a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
And then when you come to use it, you're like, yeah, I should really put the effort in. It's one of those, like, whenever I'm like, oh, why'd you use that modifier on that shoot? I'm like, it was already set up.
That's what you had to
never underestimate the importance of like laziness. It was like we just did some pickup shots for an image we're working on, and I shot it with an old Broncolor G head, I think it's called, with a old Broncolor pack. I've got better kit in this studio, but it's in boxes, and this was out. So that is what we used because it was out.
Yeah.
And
even something simple as like, for example, I did the Idle Talk, the bike show thing, and then also did a bit of filming at Barefoot Festival. And I wanted to, go handheld, man, because and just to rig that up correctly for that, and then put it all back to its normal kit afterwards. It's like hours.
Yeah.
And it's like, ugh. But again, if you want that look, then you've got to go through the pain of it, really.
Yeah. I'm much better at it when I've got assistants. Right? Like we had no assistants today, so it was lazy. If Paul was in here, I'd probably make him go and get some kit out.
Yeah.
But even then, sometimes I'm like, yeah, but then he's got to get it out and he's got to put it away, and that's time that Paul's taken up. And
yeah,
I could use him for something else. And one of the big things I've learned over this summer is staffing costs. I can't give you the exact number, but the amount I spent on freelancing this year is insane. Insane. And it suddenly starts to make you go, well, actually, if I've got 7 people in here in a day and there's an hour where everyone's not doing anything of any use, that's a lot of money gone.
Yeah.
That's 7 hours of time.
Yeah, which is a full day's
gone.
wage.
Yeah. It's just, it's a lot. And the clients are going to pay me more because we're inefficient or I make a wrong decision and make everyone do something. We have to undo it. That's an expensive, wrong decision. It's one thing making a mistake by yourself and it's just you and then fixing it and it's just cost you time. But when it's like a whole crew there and you've got to redo the whole thing and it's whatever it is, or an edit needs re-editing and you've got to pay for the whole re-edits again, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And it also eats time into other stuff which you could have been doing. And it's a lot. But we've all got new camera gear this summer, which is nice. New lenses for you, new pretty much everything for me apart from camera body. Nearly bought a Phase 1 again. I keep doing it. Every night I'm like, let's just buy an IQ 100 back.
I'll be amazed if you get through next year and not own one of those.
Yeah, I can see it happening. I'd imagine the Fuji stuff's all just going to go and there'll just be a Phase arriving in the studio, which would be nice. I've always wanted one. Can't justify it.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. I'm looking at like 10, 15 grand to get into it. And I'm not going to make any more money because of that.
No.
No one cares about the image quality. It's good enough already. It's like that Fuji camera's wicked. I mean, the 5DSR, no one complained about my 5DSR image quality.
No.
No one ever turned around and went, it's not sharp enough, it's not detailed enough, it's not high enough res. Nobody. It was fine. So it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
you just, you move on with it and try not to waste your money on stupid stuff, which is, I made a lot of bad purchases this summer. I think there's a lot of stuff I wouldn't have bought if I had time on my side.
Yes.
I made a lot of very expensive purchases because I didn't have time. And I had to have 3 more lights tomorrow. I had to have another camera for Friday.
Yeah. And that probe lens again.
That probe lens. I had to have a probe lens for that shoot. And I could only buy it, couldn't rent it. And now I'm stuck with a probe lens. Yeah, I was going to return it, but I realized that the actual seller at the back end of Amazon was a small independent camera shop. And I was like, no, that's a dick move. Don't do that. That's like, camera industry is struggling enough.
You don't mind so much if it's a big faceless corporation like Amazon.
If it was literally Amazon that had the lens and it was their lens they were selling me, I'd have shipped that bad boy back, but it wasn't. So, I mean, oh God, the amount of stuff I had to return from Amazon, like just junk. I bought a small stovetop coffee machine. It was just junk. It was like, basically, if it's not the main brand, it's junk. And if it is the main brand, might be fake. It's been my learnings from Amazon. But it's convenient.
Yeah.
Next day delivery.
Or same
day delivery, which still baffles me. Living in Leicester, getting same day delivery.
Yeah.
Like you order it at breakfast and it turns up at dinner time.
Yeah, well, we've got like massive warehouses in Northampton all around the place.
Yeah, there's some in Leicester as well, some big warehouses. It's just, it's brilliant, but also awful. Which brings us through to the stage of the industry, which apparently is dead. It's over. It's finished. Game over. And it has been for some people this year. A lot of people have had really bad years again. But I don't remember a time when that wasn't the case.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, every new year, there's the doommongers are out.
Yeah. You got to, what's that Bear Grylls thing? Adapt and...
Oh, yeah, adapt, overcome.
Yeah.
Improvise.
Yeah, you got to do all those things. It's
it's like, as you alluded to, if you're not doing moving pictures, you're going to be struggling.
Oh, really struggling. If you can't do both those things, and if you're not known for doing a certain style, like my work has all looked like my work this year. Every commission we've had has been because I'm me. Not because I own a camera, not because I can take a picture. It's because I do what I do. And that's why I've been winning jobs, because it's like, here's Scott. Scott does this. You want that. He's the guy for the job.
Yeah.
Book Scott. It's a much easier sell, isn't it, than Scott can take pictures.
Yeah. It's like, you have like a favorite designer or a favorite artist, because you can look at something without seeing the brand and know exactly who made it.
Yeah, absolutely. So the industry, everyone was like, and this is going to roll into a second part of this conversation here, been going, AI is going to take over, AI is taking over. I keep getting sent AI stuff Like people go like, this is AI. It's as good as photography. That's not. It all looks like AI. AI slop is here to stay. It's just dreadful.
In actual fact, in the industry, there's been a huge push back against AI because nobody wants it.
Yeah, and it's not because we don't want it as photographers. It's because the customers don't want it buying the product. They don't want to be sold an AI advert. Coca-Cola doing an AI advert again this year. One, it looks awful, and two, no one cares. And no one wants it. Everyone wants the holidays are coming advert.
Even Lawrence doesn't want it.
No, my kids do not want AI. If they see an AI, oh, it's just AI, scroll past. It's not real. It might be a really funny sketch, but it's not real. And it's the perceived deception that they're being put under, which makes them not engage with it. So, I don't know. Industry's going well. Budgets are up. They're not massive like in the early noughties, but were we overpaid back then, maybe? I mean, my friends think I'm overpaid now. I've got friends who have real jobs in like actually helping human beings who make less in a year than I make in a day.
Yeah.
That's not right. But we live in a capitalist society, so I'm not going to say no to the money.
Of course not.
I'll spend it better.
Yeah.
Someone's going to spend it. I'll spend it better.
It's taken you a long time to get to that point.
Oh, God, yeah. Was it my first 5 years or something like that? I made $8,500 a year. Coming from a real salary job in London, that was quite a culture shock. And the thing that I think the best thing I've done is that no matter how much money I've made each year, I live the same lifestyle.
Yeah.
I still live on about $12,500 a year.
Yes, you live cheap.
I live real cheap. I buy my clothes on Vinted, drive a 22-year-old car. I make my lunches, home cooked dinners. Don't go out very often, apart from on Tuesday when I'm going to go out and get absolutely trolleyed on Agent at Large's dime. Yeah, I think that's the big. I've got friends who work. Obviously, I've got friends in the industry. They get a big job, they go and buy a car. They get a big job, they go on holiday. I don't. I put that money in.
Squirrel it away.
Yeah, squirrel it away. I'm like some weird, like dwarf in a cave somewhere sitting on his gold.
Hermit. Smaug sleeping on a bed of rubies.
Yeah. It's interesting because I did go through when I first started making good money. I spent it. I spent all of it, and I paid myself lavishly each month. And I wasn't any happier than I am now. I mean, there's always that thing that goes, oh, well, if I need to go and buy something, I have got the money in the bank. So there's no stress of going, actually, if my car dies today, I can't get another car.
Yeah.
Or if I need to go and move house, I can't afford to. Like, none of those issues exist, which is probably what takes the stress away, not actually spending 10 grand a month on cash. Yeah. We also get free healthcare in this country, which for a lot of the world, they don't get.
No. I think something like the average cost in America per month is somewhere between $400 and $800 a month, just insurance.
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord. So, yeah, the industry's okay, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, certainly the second half of this year has been great for you.
I'd say from March onwards, it's been good, and it's got better and better as the year's gone on. And it's just, things are on the up again. It's gone a bit quiet now, but we've got a budget being released. Is it this week the budget comes out?
Yeah.
So that's always going to cause some stuttering, I suppose.
Yeah.
But on the flip side of that, it's coming into Christmas anyway. So we're all probably going to lose one job because of the budget coming out. The budget will come out. I'd imagine the British tracker stocks will go down low. I will put all my money into them at said point. And then
that's the time to invest.
And then just leave it there and wait for it to grow back again. And coming into January, I expect to be shooting. I expect to be busy in January. There's enough interest. There's enough, like, the emails are coming in thick and fast as usual. Like, it's like pre-COVID times.
Yeah.
And since COVID, the industry's been on its knees, but it seems to be picking up again, and everyone's spending on advertising, and everyone wants photo shoots. Everyone wants real.
Yeah. I mean, that was 5 years ago.
I know. It doesn't seem it though, does it?
Well, it seems like yesterday and then forever ago at the same time.
Yeah. It's really changed the face of the industry, COVID did. It had a real big impact on it. I mean, across all industries. And then with AI as well, that's always had a huge impact on stuff. But I think the AI thing's more of a bit of the actual impact hasn't been seen, but people feared the impact.
Yeah.
Now,
these were the same people that refused to move on to digital cameras and
yeah, probably,
and so on.
There has been one major issue with AI that we are struggling with on a weekly basis with shoots, and that is there's a thing called a scamp. Now, a scamp is a hand sketch of what the photograph's going to look like, roughly what we want. And the thing is, the client has to use their imagination to see what my photograph of it might look like. Mm-hmm. After that, the scamps became digital, and now they've become AI generated. The problem is, AI generated images look very real. Mm. Apart from, they don't really care about physics. And clients see it and go, yeah, that's exactly what I want. And then you get to the shoot, and you're like, well, no, that's not going to work, is it? Because you can't see the front and the back at the same time. Or like, there's going to be a vanishing point to this because it's a long item going off into the distance. Mm. It's not going to work like that. That's not how it's going to work. They've got all these things. No one's checked that the item's to scale.
Yeah.
So you've got a tomato smaller than a crisp. Mm. You've got a can of Coke the same size as a massive fish. And nothing's to scale, but it all looks kind of correct because it's AI. And we're just having to spend so much time going to clients like, this is not what it will look like. Nothing's to scale. Nothing in this is to scale. And, you can't have shadows there and light there. You can't, but they want it to be exactly, because they've signed off on this idea.
Yeah,
but it's not going to happen. And the thing is, no one wants to use the AI because it ruins your brand credibility. Mm. Because if it's a food thing, it has to say AI advert on the front of it. Who's going to eat something where the advert was made by AI?
Yeah.
Do you really think the quality of what's in that packet is going to be any good? I mean, obviously some people won't care, but...
Yeah, but it's, one of those...
I'd be skeptical.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to put something in my body where the company advertises with AI. So there's an issue there. Like these scams are all coming through from AI. Clients see them. They're not quite educated enough to know. Well, they're not educated, but in this particular field, not educated enough to know that it's not physically possible. So we're the people who come in with the bad news going, yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That won't work. You can't get that angle. That angle doesn't exist. It's a common one. It'd be like shooting through something. Mm. You can't do it. It doesn't work. It doesn't exist. It's not an option. So I think that's still going to be, it's a great use of AI. Idea generation, scamps, all that sort of thing. We use it.
Yeah.
We use loads of AI stuff, but it is just not.
Again, it's a tool.
It's a tool.
And like all things, there are, good uses for it, and then there's bad uses for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's been challenging this year because every deck come in through AI, and it's just explaining to people that it's things like your product doesn't look like that in real life. Your product isn't that.
Yeah.
That's not to scale. That won't fit on top of that. You can't stack those on top of each other because although you've done it in AI, think about it from a physics point of view, it ain't going to work. Even if we hot glue it together, it's not going to stand like that. So there's a lot of that going on, which is quite frustrating because people think they're saving time, but they're not. They're making a very difficult job. And that job's then coming into post-production, where they're wanting to make it look like something which it can't look like. And it's a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, you've got small crisp, and then you're supposed to scale in a kilo block of cheese.
Yeah. It's just, there's a lot of that. It's very frustrating. It will go away because all the creative agencies are like, it's a nightmare. Mm. It's an absolute nightmare. Nobody in a creative agency wants AI. Most brands now don't want AI, and the ones that don't, like Norton Antivirus are using AI in their current social media adverts, and they're getting slammed. There's a car fragrance company using it. Like, I wouldn't buy their fragrances. I'd imagine they're very harmful to breathe in.
Yeah.
And I'm basing this on nothing more than the fact that they think AI is acceptable.
Yeah.
But that's what the public think. So I don't know what your friends are like with AI and what their views on it are. Or...
Well, again, you've got some people think it's, the second coming. And then other people it's the end of the world. So, one of two ways, really.
I think like a lot of photographers are like, well, it's going to be so good you won't be able to tell it apart from real life. Once it gets to that point, either the whole world collapses because you no longer know what's real and what's not, or someone steps in and stops it.
Yeah. I mean, there was talk, obviously, about it being the end of Hollywood because you can now, generate anything you want, but there's an entire industry that doesn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
So therefore it won't.
And also the public, who wants to watch an AI generated film?
Well, exactly. So, there's the reason you're drawn towards certain people, certain actors, etc., certain directors, because you like the way they do things. Now, yes, you can ape it to a point with AI, but once you take the human factor out of the story, it's not a story anymore.
Exactly. So I think we're pretty safe still.
Yeah, but embrace it and find the use for it.
Oh,
sure.
God, yeah. I mean, we use it every day. It's always in use in the studio. None of it's perfect. None of it's great, but it saves a few small tasks here and there, which is, I think it's okay. I think it's acceptable.
Well, I mean, it's obviously pretty much, if I remember correctly, every episode of last season's podcast was edited by AI.
Yep, every single episode. And it's not as good as when I do it myself, but I haven't got an hour to spare.
And it's good enough.
It's good enough. It's good enough. Like, whether it's cut to the wrong camera whilst I'm talking or not for a few seconds doesn't really matter, does it?
No, I mean, and it's true that if you've got an hour long edit to do, it will take you at least 2 hours to do it.
Exactly.
Every time you stop to make an adjustment, you're running that clock down. So, it's not, you've got an hour to film it, at least 2 hours to edit it.
That's a whole work day per month just editing podcasts. Or let it do it himself.
Let it do it itself.
Which is exactly what we're going to do on this episode here, as always.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably a good spot to wrap it up, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we've covered most of the ground today. Next week, we'll have another podcast, probably self-sponsored yet again. We'll see. We may have sponsors in. If I can get a sponsor to agree to not need a schedule.
Yeah.
The problem is they all have products coming out on set dates and they want certain things at certain times to coincide with that.
Yeah.
I'd love to take their money. It'd help me immensely funding this podcast. But in the meantime, if you made it this far, please go and sign up for the free trial. Give it a go. See if you like it. If it's for you, stick around. If not, nothing lost.
I mean, it's free, so you've got nothing to lose, have you?
Nothing to lose. So we'll see you all next week.
Cheers.